right. What's up, guys? I am back here with IFBB Pro, Jodie Yuncker. She is an Olympian as well. You qualified this past year, correct?
That is correct,
So
yes.
how did you qualify this past year?
So I did 16 shows to get to the Olympia. Never once did I stop or think that I couldn't do it. I just kept going because we were getting their first call-outs. And 3 shows, I got second place, 1 point away from getting the qualifications. So we knew it was just a matter of time. And me being me, because they call me the honey badger, I continued to show up and executed upon the plan, getting in on points last year.
All right, awesome. So after all of that, you got to the Olympia, you did all the big stuff and everything. So what did you decide to do once the Olympia was over with? What was your plan at that point?
As soon as the Olympia was over with, I talked with Jamie, and I told her, I want to take this entire year off.
Yeah.
And it's not because I was burnt out or didn't think I could be competitive with top Olympians this season. I wanted to make sure that we were taking the time off to make enough growth to then hit the stage in 2024 and come back being able to get it hopefully within first 2-3 shows, if that, and then be able to rest up, go back, and hopefully get a top 10 at the Olympia in 2024.
Yeah, because at the end of the day, like we talked about this with Jordan too, it's like once you qualify, that's fantastic, but then at that point, like you want to actually go and be competitive too. And that takes a next step. It also takes not doing 16 shows. You know what I mean? Like you want to give your body the opportunity to be its best.
Yes.
You know what I mean?
And that's exactly, like, I want to come in and be refreshed, ready to go, hit it, get it, refresh again, and then be at the top for the Olympia.
Yeah, because it's always about improving. That's the cool thing about this sport is that you have the power to improve every time. You also have the power to not improve every time and go backwards.
That's
we can
correct.
do that too. So let's not do that. But that's also setting realistic goals and understanding that your body is something that you have to cherish and realize that it can't just go 100 miles an hour all the time.
Yes, and that's one thing that I have to remind myself. Even though we were able to reverse into show after show after show, eating a lot of food, it was still a stress around my body.
Yeah.
So even though I didn't necessarily feel stressed, I knew internally my body needed a little bit of break, reset, and go back hard.
Right. Well, that's something that you can then translate over to your clients when they have the similar, issues and struggles and things like that, right? Because you do coach, correct?
That is correct, and that is one thing that I do tell my clients is, hey, we're in the sport of bodybuilding, so we're constantly building upon our body to get better.
That's right.
Yes, I could hit the stage this year, maybe come back a little better, but still need more improvements to be that top 10. I want to make sure that we took that time off, so don't be afraid to take that time off away from the stage to come back and be that 10% better versus just 1% better.
Yeah, absolutely. And that I always say this, it's bodybuilding, not body breaking. So people forget that this is not a diet game. It's a building game.
Yes.
All of the stuff that you have to do in order to be good in this sport takes place off stage. It doesn't it all just comes together on stage.
When you go on stage.
Yeah, but it's all of the things that you build is off the stage and off season. So many people are like, I'm going to go into a prep now because I want to diet and get on the stage. Like, no, you need to have a structured off season, a structured improvement season. Be ready to be better every time you go.
Yes, that way you have that starting point for a prep to be a successful prep versus having to burn you into the ground for a prep. That should not happen. It should be like, okay, we're just going to cut your food down a little bit, get a little bit more active with cardio, and you just continue to progress from there right into the show, being alive.
Right. Well, being alive. That's
the goal, but
you want to enjoy your show day. That's important. You put a lot of work into it. You want to actually enjoy being up there. That's important. So what is your strategy going forward? You mentioned you're taking the year off, all that stuff. So what is your plan going forward?
Yes, my plan going forward right now is we did enter a slight little deficit about 3 weeks ago just to tighten everything up right now. We've been pushing through food since I've got off the stage in December.
Yeah.
So growing. Yes, I'm still not uncomfortable in my opinion. But, sitting a little bit higher above stage weight than what Jamie might like me at right now.
Yeah.
So we're going to do a little cutting phase, see where we're at, get to where we could get on stage in maybe 4 to 5 weeks, but then start to a lean build phase and then be ready to hit it hard next season in 2024, end of March at Clash.
Yeah, and then that way you're healthy. Again, going back to it's not a really hard prep. You've already done all that work. You're in a good spot where you can just maintain and coast and feel good about it.
Yes,
Cool.
That's exactly right. So rather cruise in than have to dig deep.
Awesome. So we will